Is there someone that you still want to work with?
I think Shinedown would be a fun tour. Even Avenged Sevenfold is as weird as that may sound to some people. I think that would be a really awesome tour.
It's an Audacy Check In. It's Abe Cannon. I am joined by Daughtry, new single Antidote coming out, and the new EP. Well, it's been out. Shock to the System Part 2. I'm so happy that EPs are back because one of my favorite albums ever, Jar of Flies, Alice in Chains, was an EP. Youngblood and Aerosmith put out an EP. You're putting out EPs. I'm so happy to see the return of the EP.
Well, we didn't realize we were going to be so on trend. It kind of started with we were just behind on getting the record done. So the label was like, well, what if we split it up into two EPs? And I'm like, if we can do that, I'm in. That took all the pressure off.
Well, is it still that it has to be under 30 minutes? Is that what makes an EP? Is that still the rule? Because things are digital now. It doesn't seem to matter as much.
I actually don't know the rules. I just thought it was like three or more songs, like 3 to 6 songs constitutes an EP.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a time limit, but that does make sense, I guess.
Yeah, I love the return of the EP because I don't think you need to put out full albums anymore, because if you put out songs one at a time, two at a time, I feel like it gives your fans more time to absorb each song.
We have fully experienced that, and to the point where we've noticed far more engagement to all the newer stuff that we're playing because they got it in small doses,
Yeah.
and they were able to absorb it and digest it before the tour, as opposed to a full album's worth of stuff all at once, and they only latch on to like 1 or 2 songs.
It's so funny because when I was a kid, I remember like when Aerosmith put out Get a Grip, Crazy came out a year and a half after the album came out, and it was like a new song back then. You're like, whoa. And it's like,
yeah. And it's been on a record for, over a year.
Like for 2 years. Yeah. So it's like, it really does treat each song like it's a single. And I think that's a big deal. And I really do think it's better because then the fans, if you put out 17 songs, 90% of people aren't going to make it past 14. I mean, they'll listen a couple times, but to listen all the way through, you give it to them slow and they know every song when you're playing live.
Right. Unless you're Taylor Swift and you put out a 24 song record and every one of them are on the charts. And it's like, what are we doing? Give us other little people a break.
Is it weird for you now? You're kind of like Madonna or Slash or Prince. Like, you're not Chris anymore. You're Daughtry. I bet a lot of people who aren't as familiar with you, they think your name is Daughtry. I bet they think that's your first name.
They've been thinking that for years.
Yeah, so I'm saying what does that feel like to now? You're no longer Chris in the eyes of a lot of people. You're like Slash. You're Daughtry.
I think the weirdest thing is when fans have come up to me and either named their cat Daughtry or their kid.
Oh my God.
This is true. There is a girl out there in the universe that her first name is Daughtry.
Oh, it's a girl. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know the last name, so that would really be interesting to know how those two ring together. But and I never thought of it as a any other name than a surname. But here we are.
You've done so many tours with so many massive artists. Like, I feel like you're the hardest working guy in rock. I feel like you're always on tour. It just never stops with you. Is there someone that you still want to work with that you haven't worked with yet? Because you've done these huge tours with all these bands. You've done so many collaborations. Like, who's on your list that you haven't gotten to yet?
I think Shinedown would be a fun tour. Even Avenged Sevenfold, is as weird as that may sound to some people, I think that would be a really awesome tour. I love that, we were able to go out with Disturbed, which I think, 5 years ago would have probably been laughable to a lot of their fans. And the
not
fact
anymore. You're on the map now with the rock fans. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, dude, we went out on stage and it was like the place lit up and we're like, oh, this is working. You know.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, I
was
mean,
I was at the show in Sacramento when you came out and did Land of Confusion with Disturbed. It
yeah,
was awesome.
yeah, that was so much fun, man. That was a great tour.
And that show was the one actually where David proposed to his girlfriend. That
That's
was the
correct.
show.
Yeah,
So
they
that
just
was a
got
big
married
show.
last weekend.
Yeah, I saw. Did you go to
Yeah.
that wedding or no?
Funny enough, I was actually in the town they got married in on the day they got married doing a show.
Oh,
So it
really?
was the end of the tour, and
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't make it.
You didn't go to the after party?
No, the after party was going to bed. Yeah, we all had early flights. You said it, man. We've been on tour forever this year, and all we wanted was to be done, at the end of the night, and I got home for 48 hours. And now I'm here.
So we're talking about the new EP, Shock to the System Part 2, but if you don't mind, I'd like to just talk about Part 1 really quick.
Sure.
My all-time favorite Daughtry song, and it's your heaviest song, The Dam. I love that
Oh
song
man.
so much. When I first heard The Dam, I didn't even know that was you. I'm like, sometimes you hear a song, you're like, who is that? And then I'm like, oh, it's Daughtry. And this is all, I mean, what a song. Like you mentioned opening for Avenged Sevenfold. That, like you said, it's weird to some people. I don't think it's weird at all if you hear a song like The Dam.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's one of my, I think, favorite songs on the whole part one or two, especially to play live. It's just one of those that it just hits,
It's just it's so heavy. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it's pretty awesome. You put out a video to your fans, and it's funny, we were just talking about Disturbed. Every time I post something about Disturbed on Facebook, whatever, Instagram, there's always a fake David Draymond who pops in and says, my brother, my sister, or he's like, hey, let me thank you so much for following the band. And then he's sending them a DM. And you put out this great video saying, hey, any number one, Chris Daughtry's never going to ask you for money. He's never going to send you a DM.
Right,
It's
right.
going to be very obvious if it's him. And he doesn't have 9 followers either. So if you see an account with 9 followers, just know that's not him. All these
It's
scams going
so
on is
funny.
crazy.
It's so funny when I post something and then another me starts chiming in the comments, thanking them for being I'm like, loser, I'm right here. You know what I mean? Like beat it. I'm blocking people all the time and reporting accounts. It is the fact that they can get accounts so easily, but even worse than that is that these bots can create these fake headlines and fake quotes and get away with it is it, I don't understand how it doesn't violate some sort of Facebook code or whatever, but there's loopholes and they're getting away with it.
And it's funny because in the video you posted, you were showing AI examples, which are so obviously fake, but we're 2 years away from that obviously fake video. It's going to look like you right now on this screen. So
I've seen some. The you can always tell with the mouth it doesn't quite line up with the audio,
yeah,
but I mean it's getting there and it's scary.
it's terrifying. And I think about kids who are born like I'm a little bit a couple years younger than you. We're right around the same age. We're the last generation that grew up pre-technology, right? I didn't have a cell phone till I was like 16 or something. You'd have to go knock on your friend's door. You'd have to memorize phone numbers, wait in
Dude, I
line
was
for
21 when I got my first cell
yeah. So
phone.
it's like the same time. I'm like 3 years younger than you or something. So it's
Yeah.
like the exact same thing. And I feel bad for these kids because that's all they know is all this crazy technology. But the one thing I have noticed, the benefit of that is it's cool to them to see physical media, like vinyl's back, right? And it
Yeah, yeah.
excites them because they're like, whoa, what's this? This is awesome because to them, digital music isn't cool like it was when it first came out when we first heard it.
Wait till they see a VCR.
Exactly. Well, cassettes are, I mean, you probably know this. Cassette,
Yeah.
do you make cassettes of your music or no?
We haven't gone down the cassette lane. We've talked about it, but I didn't know how in demand that was. I know vinyl is So I like vinyl because it's a square, right? You got the full
Yeah.
artwork. You got to alter the artwork for a cassette, you know?
Yeah, I always hated
Um,
cassettes. Like I was never a big cassette fan, but I did love
yeah,
CDs. But
yeah.
vinyl, like you said, when I was a kid, you'd read the lyrics and stuff, look at it's a whole experience that I think I'm glad it's coming back at least somewhat.
And on the cassette, I don't have to zoom in.
Exactly.
I can actually read everything.
Before we got started, you're in New York right now, and I was asking you. I said, "Hey, you're always like ripped. You're in such great shape. Do you ever just eat like someone like me would eat in New York? Like I would just eat everything in New York."
Bro, when this day is over, I am going ham on some pizza. So I definitely save up for these occasions. I have like once or twice a week where I'll just go off the rails.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, I'm the opposite of you. I have 2 days where I don't go off the rails.
yeah. Some weeks I don't do it at all. It has to be really worth it. You know that David Portnoy he like rates the pizza
the
or
pizza
whatever.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, right by our hotel, there's like a 9.2 rating of
Oh,
his.
really?
So when this day is over, I am absolutely gonna go see what that pizza's about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I try to keep my my cheat days to a minimum during the week. Yeah.
Do you think that since you were born the day after Christmas, that was a weird, like as a kid, I feel like you never really get to celebrate your birthday. Did that affect you in any way as an adult?
Yeah, it lowered my expectations on what to expect for my birthday because you know, as a kid, you always are aware of how many Christmas presents you have under the tree.
Yeah.
You count them, you take mental note of the wrapping paper. And I remember this one year, we're all done unwrapping presents, and then I remember I was like, wait a minute, there was one like in gold wrapping paper. It was about like this. And my mom's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, no. It was like right here. It had my name on it. And she's like, no, I don't know. Anyway, what I think we are. Guess what I got on my birthday? Pulled that shit right out from under the tree. It was like, oh, we must have forgot to get Chris a birthday present. Let's take one of his Christmas presents away and we'll give it to him tomorrow.
My friend was born the day after Christmas. His mom gave him, she bought him an Xbox for Christmas, but then she gave him the power cable and a controller for his birthday. He's like, there's no power.
On your
no
birthday, you get to use it. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, this is one of the greatest guys in rock music. Support this man, Daughtry, Chris Daughtry.
Oh, thank you, man. You're
Antidote, the new EP, Shock to the System. It's out now. Go listen to it, stream it, buy it, share it.
Get the cassette, get the vinyl, download it.
And last thing, Chris, you have some wonderful fans. What do you want to say directly to your fans as we wrap this up?
Oh, thank you for everything. Thank you for letting me live this life. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, man. Take care.
Have a great time in New York.
All right, you too, man.
Bye.
Enjoy that video? See more interviews, more performances, and more of your favorite artists by subscribing and downloading the free Audacy app.